Hadith session, who has the best of the best amal? What is the best amal? Here, and this narrated in Sahih Muslim. Nahmaduhu nusalli ala rasulihil kareem amma ba'd. This is narrated by Hazrat Abdullah, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam narrates which is the best of the best amal. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to pray on the time, and the next thing, two things is mentioned: pray on the time, and then doing good with the both parents. Let's see the wordings of the hadith. An Abdullah an Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam qal afdulul amali, which is the best of the amal, abil amali, and the amal. Amal and amal. There is a difference between amal and amal. You know, amal, deeds, amal, what you actually do it. The action, you understand? The action you are doing. What are they? As-salatu bil waqtiha. Doing your salah on time. And the next thing, wa birrul walidaina. Doing the birr. Good with the walidain. Walidain is tasniya. This is dual. Talking about the both parents, mother and the father. And bir is from bar, barara, bir. Bir is, from abrar, doing good, utmost good. As-salatu, salatu li waqtiya. Let's talk about the first thing. Salatul waqtiya. Many times, it happens like we are delaying our prayer. If you are doing on purpose, you will be asked for it. But accidentally, it happens sometimes. All of a sudden something happens. You have small children. They are very cranky. They need your time and so on and so forth. Or sometimes somebody came. It can be once in a while. Okay, it's a illa, it's an exception, but it's not always. But your habit is like, before the time you're doing wudu and keeping yourself ready and doing the prayer on time. I remember my grandparents, that's what they used to do. Before the salah time, they used to get ready, doing the wudu and everything ready. As soon as the salah, like azan going on, azan ends, they start praying. Subhanallah, that's what I learned from them. So they are the role models. Quran and Sunnah is the first key thing. Then our own parents or grandparents. They are the role models for us after Quran and Sunnah. So as-salatul waqtiya. What happens if you are doing on time? You are getting 100 on 100, isn't it? But if you delay it, do you have that khushu? Do you have that thing in your heart? No. Like, if even though if you have small children, you can hold them in your hand, still do it. There's nothing wrong in it. And for people who don't have wudu, they want to do it again. Doesn't matter. Allah is watching you. If you are doing again and again wudu, or if you are sick, then also salah is such a thing that you will be asked for it. For the children, if they are delaying their prayer, ask them nicely. Don't reprimand them again and again, because they won't listen you. If you keep on reprimanding again and again, they won't listen you, believe me. Tell them in a nice manner. Change your ways, how you can, reach them. Because this is a challenge. It's not an easy thing, raising the children. Wabirul walidaina. Bir, doing the good with the both parents, mother and the father. What happens when a broken family happens? We get biased with one parent and we don't care about the another. No matter what, whether they took care of you or not, but still you have to have the relationship with them, doing the salam and keeping the good relation, talking to them, even though if they are non-Muslim. But if they enforce you for doing the wrong, you are not supposed to do. Some people, they think, oh, that's part of the religion, touching their feet, touching their knees. No, that's not part of the religion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly mentioned first Allah, then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then the walidain. So you can't skip two things and go to the third level. You can't. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never gave that thing to the parents. If parents are doing, for example, you can't do there because your parents have some bad habit, or your parents are not praying. What if your parents is not on the right aqidah? Tell them nicely. Keep on doing your duty and make dua for them. What if parents are very mean to you? Still be good to them. You have to keep the relationship. Maybe you have to keep the distance with them, especially when they are on the shirk, they are on not right religion. but still you have to ask them. Even parents, not like grandparents and in-laws, you have to have that. And if they are doing wrong, like huquqallah, huququl ibad, tell them nicely, because we want to guide them to Jannah. And people think, oh, if they are old, that's it. No, they are not dead yet, until unless they are like, their mind is not working, they're completely insane. Is it so? Then you can't, and that salah will be exempted for them. The person is insane. He or she is not understanding. But if they understand, when you do salam, when you talk to them, they are talking nicely. Remind them of the salah, because this is the first thing they will be asked for. And if they hurt somebody, ask them to ask forgiveness in this world. Because if they leave this world without asking forgiveness to certain kind of people, then they will be in khasara, they will be the loser, they will be on the loser side. So a birrul walidaina, it doesn't mean touching their feet and taking the blessing that way. No, that's the non-Muslim they do. We gonna guide them to the right path, not the showing the misguidance. Be obedient, obedient in sense in Quran and Sunnah. Guide them to a right path, showing them to pray on the time. If their prayer is incorrect, guide them in that matter also. If they are doing something culturally which is not from Quran and Sunnah, guide them in that manner. If they are hurting on purpose again and again, guide them in that manner and make dua for them and ask them to ask forgiveness. Doesn't matter they are elder or older or younger or a kid. What matters, if you hurt somebody, ask forgiveness, because Allah said so. Because if you hurt a person and you are not asking it on the pulsarat, the Raham will be standing there asking your good deeds. If you don't have good deeds, the other person's bad deed will be piled up on you. So Salatul Waqtiha, do the Salah on time, don't delay it no matter what, until unless you have a exception or a valid reason for it. But then also Allah knows your niyyah. Wabirul Waldena. Allah guide us all. Jazakallah khairan.